Welcome to the Run Your Day podcast, where our goal is to expand your focus and perspective on life. This is your daily dose of motivation, mindfulness, and so much more. And now, here to help you take your day back, your host, Dan Hafner.
Hello, everyone. Welcome into another episode of the Run Your Day podcast. Good morning. This is Dan Hafner here, joining you for the first episode of 2019, the actual episode. Yesterday, I kind of outlined what we're going to be doing moving forward. If you've missed that, please go back and listen to the previous episodes and my Facebook post about what's going on here. So just a quick recap for you guys. What I'm going to be doing moving forward is a little more specific training on things. Instead of just kind of me rambling about different stuff, I'm going to try to be a little more specific, a little more focused, and get actually more drilled down on specific actionable things for you to do every single day. So today's topic is this, episode 101, slow the hell down. Why did I pick this topic? I picked this topic because today's January 2nd. Everyone, or most people, had off yesterday. You're going back to work today, back to the grind, back to, resolution time, ready to get going. And what I'm trying to tell everyone is slow down. Even myself, I'm telling myself to slow down. I think a lot of people's problems with resolutions and with the beginning of the year is that everyone tries to get into this, like they try to make the change right away. And that's why so many resolutions fail. That's why in February, you don't see anyone at the gym anymore. In January, today, it's packed. But all of a sudden in February, everyone's gone. Why is that? Because we all try to make these changes right away. We dive in head first. We tell ourselves this story at this arbitrary time during the year that we're just going to make all these changes, new year, new me. And I get it. That's great. It's commendable. But the reason you're failing is because you're trying too hard. You're doing too much too fast. This new year, I want you to look at like a marathon, not a sprint. You have to ease into this stuff. You have to dip your toes into the water. You have to ease into the water. You can't just cannonball in. Like you're going to burn out. I've been there. I've done that. You have to learn how to play this long game. And to start, I don't care what your resolution is. I don't care if it's, getting in shape or starting a new career or starting a business finally or whatever you're trying to do. You have to build a plan to get it. You can't just say like, oh, I'm going to do this and then just do it without a plan. You have to work on yourself first. You have to absolutely 100% change something about your mind or your being as a human in order to get something new. Like you're in this little container right now of your life, and you only operate inside of that container. Like your mind isn't big enough to think outside of it. That's how you operate. I'm in a container too. I get it. Like it's a real thing. And in order to actually move on, to progress and to get after what you're trying to get after, you have to stretch that container. You have to actually make it bigger, or you have to step out of it and step into a bigger one. And there's a whole process to this that I honestly don't know all about because I'm still in the process of doing that. But what I'm doing is reaching back with a hand saying, this is what I've done, and this is what I've actually proven in my life to work. Like beyond a shadow of a doubt, it actually works. And the thing that works is working on yourself, getting a daily habit, a daily morning routine that is the quintessential pillar of success in whatever you're trying to do. Now, my routine is a lot more involved than some of you out there probably. Like there is a ton I do before I go to work in the morning, like a ton. I'm getting after it like 2 to 3 hours before I actually have to show up. I'm up working out, doing other stuff. Like a ton of things. And I'll get more into that, later on this year. But what I wanted to do is jump into this training here in this book of Escape by Anik Singhal. And for a little background here, he walks through this pyramid of your success, right? And at the base, the base of a pyramid, the foundation is the idea of self, right? In order to achieve anything great, you have to actually develop yourself first. And he talks about how he had built up this entire giant multi-million-dollar business in a matter of years and realized that it was just a house of cards. When it got too big, it didn't work because he did not have the foundation in himself to actually handle the pressure he was under. So I'm reading from the book now here on page 79, and it said, I realized later that I had really just built a house of cards. When it got too big, I wasn't prepared to handle it. So it collapsed, it meaning his business. Why? Because I failed at self. Self is the base of the pyramid. Self is at the base because it's the foundation of entrepreneurial success. Nothing matters more than where your mindset is. It determines your decisions, actions, and ability to persevere. Ooh, that's awesome. I love that. I could not agree more with that statement. Like that is the epitome of what I'm trying to get at with these New Year's resolutions, New Year's targets, 2019 coming up here. Don't go in head first. Don't try to do too much too soon. You will burn yourself out. Take this month, even just this week, to try to get into a daily habit of, even if you want to work out, try working out just 1 or 2 days a week in the morning. Like ease into something. You cannot absolutely just go head first, commit. I mean, some people can do this. Like I'll give it to you. Some people are just able to go all in, all out, all the time in everything they do, and they succeed. And that's great, but that's like a fraction of a percentage of the world. Like, I'm sorry, but you're crazy. But you'll be more prone to success if you actually just ease into it. Like I've seen this happen before in people that I know where they just absolutely like, I'm ready to change, I'm ready to lose weight, I'm ready to get in shape, I'm ready to make this career better, blah, 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 whatever. And then a week later, I'm like, hey, how's that going? They're like, yeah, I quit on that. And I'm like, oh, really? Shocker. Yeah, because you tried to completely wholesale change everything about yourself in a fraction of a percentage of time. That's insanity. That's absolutely one of the dumbest things you can do. Like, you're just asking for failure. Okay? So what I want you guys to focus on this week is trying to actually pump the brakes on yourself. Like, I get it. You're excited. It's 2019. You're ready to go. I am too. But take some time to reflect. Take some time to say, okay, what can I do right now, right in front of me first to start this habit? And then build upon it. Build upon it. Build upon it. I want you to focus on these little wins and slow the hell down. I promise you, you'll be further ahead if you slow down and take some time to gather yourself. My question for you today is this: where are you rushing it? Where are you rushing it? And I know it's in your resolutions. I know it's in your resolve to be better this year. What can you do to take a step back and slow the hell down? That is my question for you today. I want you to think about this, reflect on it, journal about it, put it on our Facebook page, whatever fits your fancy. Okay? So that is my question for you today. We're working on ourselves. We're working on ourselves this week and this month to set the stage for the big stuff we're going to achieve in 2019. Okay? So it's going to wrap up today's show. As always, thank you all for joining. Really appreciate you guys stopping in today and listening. We will talk to you next time.
Thank you for listening to the Run Your Day podcast. We hope you enjoyed today's show. If you did, feel free to share today's show with friends and family. Until next time, have a great day.